and welcome to Team Hypercube's Quick Play, the series where we run you through how to play the game so that you spend less time with the rulebook and more time actually playing. This week we are playing Red Dragon Inn by Slugfest Games. It's been a long, hard day of adventuring, dungeon delving, and all-around heroism, and parched and exhausted, you and your adventuring party have retired to Red Dragon Inn, where the hospitable wench provides you with a hero's welcome in the form of more booze than you can drink. You are trying to outdrink your friends and participate in some good-natured games in order to swindle them out of their share of the day's earnings. The last adventurer standing is the winner, so are you going to win by drinking your compatriots under the table, or by cheating them out of their gold? The choice is yours, but either way, it's going to be a crazy night here at Red Dragon Inn. Red Dragon Inn is a very modular game for 2 to 4 players, with several expansions and standalone versions as well. For this series, we'll be playing with the core game only, but all versions of the game can be mixed and matched to create a truly unique party every time. For the game, you're going to have playing mats with red and clear counters, a drink deck, some gold coins, and finally a character deck for each player. The character deck will have several kinds of cards. Anytime cards, which can be played anytime, sometimes cards, which will tell you when they can be played, and action cards, which can be played once per turn. You'll also have gambling cards, which come in 2 flavors, gambling and cheating. First, each player chooses their character. In Red Dragon Inn 1, the choices are Fiona the Volatile. Not only does she tank aggro for her friends, she can tank quite a few drinks as well. Zot the Wizard and his psychotic familiar Pookie. Zot spends his days raining eldritch fire upon his foes, and his evenings swindling his friends out of their gold. Pookie, his familiar though, can be a little aggressive. Gurky the Sneak. It's fine to go head-to-head in a fight, but it's better to go knife-to-back. This is the philosophy that Gurky applies to all areas of his life, especially when it comes to cheating at cards. And Deirdre the Priestess. She might seem unassuming, but she's a little mischievous. Her healing spells can make or break the game for other people, and if you're not looking, she might accidentally turn your water into wine so that you drink more than you bargained for. Once you've picked your character, shuffle that character's deck and place it on your mat. Take 1 red and 1 clear counter. They are your fortitude and your alcohol content respectively, and start, respectively, on 20 and 0. Throughout the game, the 2 numbers will get closer and closer together as you gain alcohol content and lose fortitude, and if ever the twain should meet, you pass out and are dragged up to your room to sleep it off. Then take 10 gold, 12 for 2-player games. The inn doesn't mind people passing out, it happens all the time, but if you run out of the gold to pay your tab, the wench will have you thrown out and you'll have to spend the night in the pig pens. Finally, take a drink card from the drink deck and place it face down, without looking at it, on your drink me pile. Once everybody has their gold and their drinks, place the remaining drink deck and the remainder of the gold in the middle to represent the inn. Draw 7 cards for your opening hand, and get ready to drink. A turn happens in several steps in this order. First, discard any cards that you don't want and draw back up until you have 7 cards. It's important to note that you can play anytime cards before you draw, so that you can draw more cards. Second, you may play up to 1 action card. Once that's resolved, you buy someone a drink by drawing the top card of the drink deck and placing it face down on top of their drink me pile. You don't have to pay for the drinks you're buying, but once the drink deck runs out, everybody pays 1 gold to the inn to get the wench to bring more drinks. Shuffle the drink discard pile and continue drawing as normal. When you're buying drinks, pay attention to who has drinks in their drink me pile. It's a good idea to make sure everybody's always got 1 drink that they're working on, because if they reach the end of their turn and don't have a drink in the drink me pile, they start to sober up and lose 1 alcohol content. That's not what this game is all about, is it? Then you drink. Draw the top card of your drink me pile, raise a glass to the gods, and adjust your alcohol content and fortitude accordingly, then pass the turn. So that's how to get your adventuring pals plastered, but how do you steal their sweet, sweet treasure for yourself? Well, there's a special kind of action card. Gambling, I'm in. Gambling works like this. On your turn, you may play an action gambling card as your main action for the turn to start a round of gambling. Every player has to ante. There's no backing out when treasure's on the line. The player who started the round is in control and is currently winning the round of gambling. Play passes to the left around the table. Each other player gets a chance to take control of the round of gambling by playing either gambling or cheating cards from their hand. They can also elect not to play anything and simply pass. Gambling continues until each player passes, and whoever ended up last in control of the round takes the gold for themselves. Note that gambling only takes up the action phase of a player's turn. No matter who wins, the player who started the round of gambling still has to buy a drink for someone and drink a drink from the drink me pile. And that's it. Red Dragon Inn is incredibly fun and well designed, so the cards are really good at telling you exactly what you need to know. Just follow the instructions, and no matter how tipsy you get, you'll have a good chance of coming out on top at Red Dragon Inn. Thanks for watching and have fun out there. Team Hypercube out!